My Time to Shine, hello. I actually have that up already. Dropped this earlier about Doomsday. This was this afternoon. She puts, and I'm pretty sure it's a girl, but she puts, I can't believe that Doomsday leaked. And this is somebody that usually puts out a lot of scoops, right? And I searched through this, and there's not a lot in the post itself. In fact, it's been some time. Let's take a look. See if she's updated, or she added a subscribe to the account. Where is it? And then, yeah, she's looking for more rats. She's looking for more rats. Here's an advertisement for sources. Steve is going to be very important. Where's that Doomsday shit at? Right here. I'm not seeing anything. Now, there was... Where is it? I'd rather just read it off of here, because... Yeah, check this out. Now, granted, take this all with a grain of salt, right? Yeah, right. I did hear that. Grok just let me know. Shit's funny. Opening sequence features the introduction of Doctor Doom in Fantastic Four universe several years after the events of Pinatos. I don't know what that is. Doom reunites with Franklin Richards around 5 to 6 years old, immediately showing that Richard Storm's grim family has a history of conflict with him. Doom has his own team, but warns everybody about a major threat. He only chooses to help because of how serious the situation is. So, this is like a leak, alleged leak of the Doomsday script, and they're saying that it's going to start off with them still being in the Fantastic Four universe, and that Doom's going to be from that universe, and they're actually going to be working together to be figuring out whatever incursion is happening in their reality. Fantastic Four and Doom, they work together to find a solution to the crisis, which turns out to be an incursion. There's a lot of dialogue about who they are and what they mean to the multiverse. Reed Richards and Doom realize their world is just one of many that are under threat. They travel through the multiverse in a ship. We witness the destruction of the Pinatos universe. That's probably their universe, I guess, what they're calling it. And only Doom, Franklin, and the Fantastic Four seem to survive. So, the universe we're going to find in this Fantastic Four First Steps movie, that is this Pinatos whatever universe, and that's going to get destroyed, not in the Fantastic Four film that I'll be seeing next weekend, but they're actually going to defeat Galactus, okay, and then we'll see the destruction of their universe from an incursion. Gotcha. The story then shifts to Wakanda in the MCU, where strange anomalies signal that an incursion is approaching. Shuri contacts Namor and the people of Talocan, who agree to help, though reluctantly. In the X-Men universe, we see the effects of the incursion from another angle. Photon and Binary are at the X-Mansion. It is in a revised timeline that takes place after the events of Deadpool and Wolverine. So are they saying that that's the same universe? I'm guessing that's the same universe. The X-Men universe that we're going to see in this movie is the same universe as Deadpool and Wolverine, if this alleged leak is to be believed. I like what I'm hearing, though, so far. Even if this is fan fiction, it sounds cool. Photon's presence in that universe is partly responsible for the incursion. That makes sense. The X-Men even team up with the Brotherhood of Mutants and try and stop it. A new Avenger detects a mysterious object in space, a ship carrying the survivors. This lends to a standoff with Sam Wilson's Avengers. A battle breaks out between Fantastic Four, Doom, Franklin, and both teams until they realize there's a much greater threat. Okay, so that's spoilers for the Thunderbolts. I mean, we're doing spoilers here, but in the post-credit scene of that movie, a ship from the Fantastic Four shows up. They don't show who's in the ship. Maybe Doom's in that ship with them. That's kind of what this is saying, that Doom is on board with the Fantastic Four. A new Avenger detects blah, 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 blah. Okay, we got through that. There's this and one more page. Doom appears to be helping both the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, but he has his own secret agenda. He sabotages Reed's backup plan. The teams split up. Some go into space to investigate the incursion. Others remain on Earth. The TVA is in complete chaos. Loki is doing his best to hold things together as the scale of the problem grows. This is no longer just a threat to a few universes. Everything that ever was or will be is at risk. Okay, so I wonder if Loki's still sitting on the throne, though. Like, if you watch the end of Loki season 2, he sat down on the throne, and he was basically holding the strands of the multiverse together. Maybe he found a way to where, maybe he's projecting himself. He's still in that chair, but he can project himself because he is like the god of stories now. So, the incursion draws attention from the Guardians of the Galaxy, the X-Men, and likely Spider-Man, though it's unclear how he fits into the bigger picture. Biggest thing I see with that is like the emotional aspect. I mean, I think you kind of need to have Spider-Man in there one way or another, just because you got Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom. Iron Man was his mentor. You'd be stupid not to play on that emotional angle. Doctor Strange and Clea investigate alternate universes and eventually cross paths with Doom. So that kind of says that Doom's gonna separate himself from everyone else at some point. Wong, the Sorcerer Supreme, plays a key role in connecting characters who would otherwise be too far apart for the story to move forward. That makes sense. He's your teleporter. Him, probably America Chavez as well. America Chavez will probably be working on, the multiversal travel aspects. He'll probably play a big role in that. Where we at? Okay, and then, this was interesting. Doom encounters Sentry Void, and we learn Doom's backstory in a long flashback sequence. That's interesting, because in the Thunderbolts, that was part of the Sentry power set. Like, not only was he, like, super strong and like a Superman in the Marvel world, but he had this alter ego, the Void, and the way they represented him in the Marvel universe was he was basically like a big depression cloud, right? And he turned everything into a shadow, and if you got drawn into his shadow world, then you just got kind of thrown into your most depressing points in life and had to relive that shit over and over again. So that kind of makes sense that they could use that to give us a little bit of context into where Doom's coming from and why he is the way he is. Because, I mean, if you got to think about it, like, they're making Doom the next Thanos right now, and we haven't even seen him yet, where we had several years of buildup with Thanos. Granted, he wasn't there right from the get, but, I mean, they had the Space Stone in the first Captain America movie. That was like the first seed. I don't think they thought that it was going to be an Infinity Stone quite yet. That was a retcon later, but Thanos had years of buildup with appearances and all this stuff, and then he finally shows up, and like everybody kind of already knows. They're kind of going on, I guess, a nostalgia side that people just automatically know who Doctor Doom is. And then finally, Doom successfully challenges both the Avengers and X-Men while carrying out his mysterious plan. Eventually, both sides realize they've been manipulated. Doom's ultimate strategy is revealed. His plan to save the world actually involves letting the final incursion happen as part of something greater. His betrayal and the betrayal of the Avengers who've supported him is revealed. Now the teams are split or torn in their loyalties. Okay, so you're gonna have heroes and villains, and some are gonna be on Doom's side, some are gonna be against Doom, some are gonna be swapping sides throughout. Okay, the film's climax happens on 3 fronts. Okay, the Doombots attack the X-Mansion. A major catastrophe hits Earth 616, so that's probably incursion related. And Doctor Doom and several TVA characters deal with an existential collapse. The movie ends on a massive cliffhanger as the final incursion destroys multiple universes. And TVA Yggdrasil collapses. Doomsday has come, born from the Marvel Universe. In the post-credits scene, we're introduced to God Emperor Doom and Battleworld, but we have no idea who survived. Well, what do you think? I mean, it sounds good. It actually doesn't sound bad. For like just a basic breakdown of the beats of the film, it doesn't sound bad. Now, is this legit? I have no idea. I have no clue if this is real or not. I found this in a My Time to Shine thread talking about Doomsday being leaked, that she is keeping behind a paywall. That's gonna screw things. I tell you what, on another note, that's gonna screw things up for leakers and scoopers. If they're gonna start profiting off of stolen information, which is basically what that is, you better be careful. But then again, here I am, I guess, reading it, so whatever. What do you think about that? That's kind of wild. I guess only time will tell. You know, in the long run, only time will tell. But, yeah. We'll keep an eye on it. Until then, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.